Hampton life, as you come up and you get past the tower and the red brick building, is absolutely buzzing. There's something for everyone, be it in the drama and the music, watching the sportsmen on the field, football, cricket, rugby, or on the river rowing, and even in lessons. It is extraordinary.
This is our time, they gon' feel us shine.
The 2015-16 academic year saw many individual and team achievements in all areas of school life.
Last year was a blast.
Mathematicians Edward Allen, David Tao, Aaron Samra and Zion Kim reached the final of the Hans Voider competition against the City of London School. This prestigious title had eluded the Hampton Maths department for 40 years, and everything rested on the last question.
We were only behind by 2 marks before the very last question, and it's only 1 minute for me to do the question. It's like not until the very last second that I got the final answer. And when teachers say, yeah, this is correct, I was like so relieved. I just feel very proud that we, our team, the 2016 Hampton team, finally get this champion title.
David is now reading maths at Trinity College, Cambridge. He was one of 22 boys who secured Oxbridge places this year. Alex Coote and Edward Buxton auditioned for organ scholarships and went through days of interviews and trials before finally receiving the news they had been hoping for.
Well, it was certainly quite nerve-wracking, and eventually then, when I read my name on the notice board about the 3rd time of scanning it, because I couldn't actually believe what I'd read, it was probably the best experience of my life.
I was actually in a brass band rehearsal and noticed I got an email and I thought this must be it, and I had to open it there and then. I felt compelled to, and that was when I got the email saying that I'd been accepted. I didn't know quite what to say, but was just super pleased.
Hampton's now got a reputation for producing organ scholars and really good organists. In this field, Hampton's doing very well at the moment.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much.
Hamptonians have been warmly praised in the corridors of power over the past year. The Boys' Genocide 80-20 campaign to raise awareness of the Holocaust and other genocides has been recognised in Parliament and by the national media, including the BBC and Sky.
There's little disagreement that learning about the Holocaust is an important part of education. These sixth formers also believe it's encouraged them to study other atrocities in modern history.
The Holocaust is probably the best example from history, but it's not enough to say that the Holocaust is the only genocide that's ever happened. Because Rwanda, Darfur, Cambodia, it's been great to learn about those ones as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Charlotte Lomas, Sky News.
The drive and commitment that Hamptonians invest in so many areas of their lives was reflected in this year's public examination grades. A-level results day saw boys arriving at school to learn that they had achieved another set of remarkable results. 11 Hampton boys achieved 4 A-star grades at A-level and a further 17 3 A-star grades. Srinand Sundaram was thrilled to learn that his 4 A-stars had secured him his place to read medicine at St Catherine's College, Cambridge.
But as soon as I saw those results, I was absolutely delighted and relieved as well somewhat to see that many years of really hard work had paid off. And I was delighted as well that I've been able to do not just myself proud, but all the people who'd helped me, my teachers and my parents. There were so many people that I couldn't have got those results without.
There were also lots of happy faces on GCSE results day, with the school celebrating a record-breaking number of A-star grades. Over 68% of all the exam grades were at A-star, and 91% at A-star or A grade. Hampton's oarsmen enjoyed a remarkable year on the water.
It was a great season for the boat club. A lot of success at Nat schools and a lot of success and GB selections in the summer, and even selections for home countries for England and Ireland.
Heading the medal table were the J16s, winning gold in both the 8 and the Coxless 4 at the National Schools Regatta. The Hampton 4 was then selected to represent Great Britain in the annual GB versus France match, held in Valenciennes, northern France. At the start of the race, the Hampton boys found themselves in trouble.
We started to fall behind the French, who were much bigger than us, much stronger than us, and they were just gaining the lead.
Seeing a crew that far ahead is quite worrying.
As we were coming into the last 300 metres, I saw that we were about a length down on the other boat, so I called a sprint.
Their technique started to really struggle.
We could see that they had nothing more to give.
It was such a good feeling to go past the crew that had been putting so much pressure and so much strain on us in the first half.
Amazing feeling to overtake the French boat and win the race. I was so proud of what we'd achieved, that we'd managed to beat the French and that we'd be going home with a medal.
Among the senior rowers, plaudits must go to Dom Jackson, who set a new junior 5,000 metre world indoor rowing record. Dom's prowess earned him a place in the GB Men's 8 at the Junior World Championships. The crew put on a magnificent performance, securing Great Britain's first medal in this category for 5 years.
Britain moving up a little bit on New Zealand. Germany, USA, Britain and New Zealand in that bronze medal position.
It was a real team effort to just crawl back those few places and get us into third. Every stroke was extremely painful, but it paid off in the end.
The medals will be presented by FISA President Jean-Christophe Rolland.
When the medal was put around my neck,
Dom Jackson.
It was such a proud feeling. It felt that all my hard work for the past 5 years had paid off. I couldn't be happier.
Aside from rowing, 2015-16 saw an array of exceptional performances in many of the sports at Hampton.
Yes, I can. Doubt, better leave. I'm running with this plan. Pull me, grab me, crabs in the bucket can't have me. I'll be the president one day. January 1st. Oh, you like that gossip? Like you the one drinking what gossip.com. Now I got a word for you. How many songs you want? Yeah, I got a brand new spirit. Speaking and it's done. Woke up on the side of the bed like I won. Talk like the wind in my chest to that sun. G5 in the US to Taiwan. Now who can say that? I wanna play back. Mama knew I was a needle in a haystack. Oh, body boy.
Hampton's cricketers finished an exciting season of nail-biting finishes on a high.
Ended the season very well. I had 4 touring games and a game against Old Hamptonians, so 5 games in a week I think it was, and we won 4 of those, and that was a really nice way to end our season.
The senior footballers had a great start to their season, remaining undefeated on their tour to Germany. Back home, 7 Hamptonians were chosen to represent the national ISFA sides, and the senior team put on some strong performances.
We really picked it up and we went, I think, 17 games unbeaten at one point, culminating in victory against Millfield. My proudest moment as captain of the team was when we won the Trinity Cup, which was a real highlight of the season.
Our rugby players also did their bit to add to the silverware. They won the Hampton Founders Day Sevens tournament for the first time in 19 years after Mike Willett's last-minute try against Cranley.
2015-16 was a fantastic season. I was immensely proud as captain. We put in a lot of effort. No one was willing to let each other down. Everyone was willing to really dig deep and fight hard.
The first 15 also made history by clinching the school's maiden victory in the St Joseph's National Festival.
We ended up scoring 100 points on the first day, conceding none, which was, I think, higher than any school team has done before. We then went on to win the festival on the second day.
That's game over.
Everyone just started hugging each other.
Hampton are the winners.
On the rugby circuit, the name Hampton seems to be more and more formidable, and we seem to be going from strength to strength.
That strength and depth in the rugby squad has been recognised by national selectors. Will Atfield is now a member of the England Sevens squad after impressing head coach Simon Amor.
He came up to me and said, "We want to sign you on," and from that moment on I was shocked. I couldn't speak. I just looked at my mum and she knew instantly that it was great news.
Currently playing alongside many of the silver medal winning team from the Olympics, Will is looking forward to a season competing across the globe.
So we've already been to Kenya and then we're off to Singapore, and then 3 weeks after that we're off to Dubai with all the seniors, and then after Christmas we've got one in Argentina and then another one in Spain. Yeah, it's brutal, isn't it?
Life for our senior musicians and dramatists was as busy as ever last year, with a wide range of concerts both at home and abroad, and performances ranging from Julius Caesar to the joint annual musical with LEH, Mac and Mabel.
There were a good 30 of us, I think, from Hampton that took part. It's the first time I've seen so many boys dancing, and that's quite a sight when you see people who are traditionally rugby players come on, put their ballet shoes on, their tap shoes on. It was fantastic to be a part of, and it was a great show in the end.
Our singers also continued to go from strength to strength. The Hampton Barbershop Quartet sang at the Royal Albert Hall this year, and the Voices of Lions wowed at the Edinburgh Fringe for the 4th year running.
Fantastic music, fantastic programme, classical, pop, everything in between, and fantastic audiences once again. We went down very well, again lots of 5-star reviews from the audiences to go with 5-star critical reviews we've got in previous years, so that was really gratifying.
Edinburgh was just one of the many parts of the world Hamptonians visited last year. The trips are among the most exciting elements of school life, and this year's joint Hampton LEH Adventure Society expedition to Borneo did not disappoint. The first stop off was Kudat in northern Borneo.
The culture change was incredible, you know, they were all living in essentially shanty houses.
We actually built some walls in order to give them a sheltered assembly hall for the children. Hopefully, yeah, we made a small difference to their school lives.
For me, the best bit was climbing Mount Kinabalu. It was an unbelievable experience. We climbed up halfway the first day, and the second day we got up at 2 o'clock in the morning. Everyone was tired, but it was just fantastic fun climbing up in the dark with the head torches. And we reached the top to see the sunrise, and just looking down over the clouds and the entire country. It was just incredible.
Heading down the mountain also had its hair-raising moment.
We carried out the Via Ferrata.
It's a bit like Go 8, but on the side of the mountain.
It was another brilliant experience. Some areas we actually had to walk on rope instead of rocks simply because it was just a sheer drop down. And what was actually, I think, helpful at the time was that it was sort of misty, so we weren't actually able to see down. Not being able to see straight down, I think, really helped me kind of conquer my fears.
After the stresses and strains of conquering mountains, it was time to unwind.
Mud bath, I think, was quite a peculiar experience. I can't put hand on heart and fully commit to saying it was a great experience, but it was rather an interesting one. It was pretty much an organic hole in the ground filled with mud.
The snorkeling was really good. I'd never done it before. It was sort of exactly as you'd imagine it to be in Finding Nemo, really. It was just coral everywhere, loads of fishes swimming around. It was a really cool experience. It was by far the best trip I've ever been on, and when I look back at my time at Hampton, it will definitely be the highlight of my time here.
Life at Hampton continues apace, with every term bringing new challenges and experiences. For our leavers, the excitement of pastures new is accompanied by an element of reflection, as their time as Hampton schoolboys draws to a close.
I will always remember Hampton as somewhere where I was truly happy.
Hampton's definitely been, I'd say, the best 7 years of my life.
I'm finally starting to understand why adults say, I wish I was back at school.
My only piece of advice would be take it while it's still there. It's fantastic. You've got to use it.
And just thank you so much to everyone, every staff in the school. Thank you so much.